Okay, I tried to explain everything about the Balance app, how it works, how you can change the settings on your own based on my vision shape that you can download on customwheel.shop. Yeah. Okay, if you have put in my numbers already, you can just back up these configs. Just press OK. Then it's processing, and whenever you want, if you mashed up your settings, you can always go back to this shape. Okay, let's go to the app configuration. Make sure you have the Balance app already chosen, and then you can switch to the General tab and take the Balance. Now we're already here at the tunes. You could also select the other tabs here, the tune modifiers, startup, tiltback and fold. I will talk about all these, but not about the tune modifiers in this tutorials. So I go first to the tune modifiers, and then I will make sure that I set everything to 0, or means I disable the constant tiltback, it's to 0, angle, variable tiltback 0, nose angling speed 0. Then we have the booster. For the booster you go in and make the boost 0, right. Now you can see it's already changed to 0. Next is the torque tiltback. I don't want to have this right now, so I put it to 0, right. Okay, and I think just make sure turn and roll tiltback. It gives you tiltback during the carving. I have set strength to 0 and also the speed boost to 0. Okay, then we go to the tunes and have a first check about the basic shaping. Now here you can see I have already P to 25. That's my default, but never press the default, so you will lose everything. I just do it once here, default, and you have 0. Okay, what happens? Nothing. I didn't write it. Okay. Yeah, if you press default, never write it again. So just put in the numbers again, 25. Yeah, so we're still 25. Now this is without all the tune modifiers, so they are disabled. And as you see, this is already pretty cool, and I actually like it a lot. I did a lot of clips only using this setting without tune modifiers at all, so it's better for tricks. But now we can make it even much smoother by just changing the P to, for example, okay, I go to extreme 5. Right, now you will see the difference. Okay, it's too soft. You don't want it like that soft here. You can hardly move. Okay, so let's change this to 15 and see what happens. 15 should already be okay. Yeah, you could easily do nose drags now, but still a little soft. But actually I like it a lot. Yeah. So what happens if we put these numbers up to, let's say, 45, which is 20 more than in my actual shape. Yeah, it's very responsive now, but it's not good. So now you know I've set it to 25. Let's go back to 25. Okay. It's punchy, but still buttery enough. Yeah. Okay, I want to show you why I've set the eye from the PID to 0. It's because if you do any trick where your wheel is spinning or you push too hard, like for a nose drag, you will just get the energy back and end up in a Captain Morgan situation if you have eye enabled. So if you have it to 0, you should be able to do like this and have your board leveled. Yeah. Okay, now you want to see what happens if I set here the number to 0.01. It's not much. Yeah, this happens if whenever you update a setting. So now I'm a bit scared. Okay, try it again. Yeah, that's what happens. Try it again. So about the rest of the tune tab, I will just explain to you, like not showing anything. About the D, you see it's at 1/300, and for me this was just the perfect amount. You don't really feel the difference, but in some extreme situations, like again after a wheel spin, it's about how fast your board levels back. In like a little pendulum situation, it goes up and down. Maybe if you have it to a low number, like under 1,000 or 500, it goes faster and kicks back, and if you have it above 2,000, it goes slower. And you can also put in 10,000, nothing happens, not dangerous for you, but just maybe you feel it, it comes slower then. But yeah, leave it at 1,300. Then the main loop, yeah, it's just 1,000 Hertz is the maximum that the VESC can handle. It's the frequency, and it's the loop time correction. You can also press help, yeah, filter overshoot and correct for it. That's it. I don't really know what it does, but I have set it to 3. Then we have the filters. The filters, they are, for me, they are here to get your one wheel act smoother. So if you now have set it up with my extreme numbers, that is Mahony Filter up to KP 2 or even more, I had it at maximum at 3.5, which is extreme. And then you get vibrations, trembling board, shaking board. Yeah, that's not cool. So maybe I can just put it up. Yeah, the dead zone is just it's like when you do the balance challenge and you have a dead zone from 5 degrees. That means the motor doesn't help you to balance in between 5 degrees up or down, so you have to control it by yourself. And if you are at 5 degrees, motor engages again. So experimental. Now we go ahead to the startup tab. We skip the tune modifiers and we go to startup, and here are some interesting things. One is how you engage or start just your one wheel. You see it's really smooth with my settings. I really like that. And this is because the startup pitch axis angle tolerance is at 10 degrees. So this means it starts engaging even 10 degrees above level. Yeah. Sometimes I had it up to 13 for tricks, because you also re-engage quicker and already at 13 degrees before you hit level. This is really cool. And also, if you have it, for example, to 1 degrees, there is another problem. If you want to land a trick, now you see it engages later. And if you now want to land a trick and you are 1 degree down, -1, you fall down and you have to come back. You have to cross the level line to engage it. So downwards and also upwards. So if you, for example, do a body varial, you fall down because you have only 1 degree tolerance. So this is very important if you want to do any sort of trick. I would at least recommend it, put it to 10. The side tolerance is only 45 degrees. Yeah, if you want, you can mount it like this, but I think that is not necessary. It's just if you have it. Yeah. But we have the centering speed. This is essential to give you that smooth engaging, because if you lower this to, for example, only let's do it to 1 degree per second. Now you will see I start engaging at 10 degrees. And then I'm in a constant tiltback situation because it only lowers 1 degree per second. And now I'm level. But you don't want to have this. So for me, the 90 is really fast, and you don't really feel that it's already engaged 10 degree above. And if you now do a body varial and you are down, you can still land it. Very important. I show you again. Jump, for example, hippie jump, and land. Oh, and then we have one of my favorite features. It's the brake current in the holding tab. This is for insane ghost rides. So I heard some of you like it. You see I can just move it around like this and it rolls better for ghost rides. But if you are scared of losing your one wheel in a downhill trail situation, you can just put it up to, let's say, 9 amps. So it didn't work. Right. Okay, now we have much stronger If you have it too strong, you don't want to have it at 20 for example, but that's what I think. It always gets stronger to move. If you now do you want to do a ghost right here in this situation, yeah, it breaks very quick. Now I go down to 2 amps just to show you how it will just roll on like nothing. Yeah. So, okay, but I have it at 3 here. Just choose your strength. That's it. The 10 seconds break timeout, that's not important, because as soon as you move, it's on. So it will never really shut off and you won't lose it downhills. Yeah, that's a startup. The tiltbacks are pretty much the same like in the Future Motion controller. It's the duty cycle tiltback. This is the high speed pushback. We've set it to workload of 75. It's called the duty cycle. So if you have 75 workload on your machine, you will end up in a pushback. This depends. It's not speed related, it's machine related and power. If you have stronger battery here, you can reach higher speeds. But 75 is very safe and you don't fall. Even if you ride a bit in pushback, you don't end up in a nosedive. And it's actually pretty smooth, the pushback settings here, only to 5 degrees up and in a speed of 5 degrees per second. So it comes pretty, you can feel it, but it's not too strong. Stronger are the high voltage tiltbacks. These are when regeneration is full, you end up in a Captain Morgan, and I did it really similar to the original one. You have 10 degrees up, and yeah, actually I slowed it down a bit because maybe you don't want to kick back that hard, but a slow but steady tilt back to 10 degrees. The same is for the low voltage tilt back. If you are out of battery, you get a slow raising nose to 10 degrees. So we're almost done. We only have the last tab. It's about the faults. Let's check this one. Okay, what are the angle faults? All the faults are just disengaging the one wheel whenever the situation is completed. So pitch axis fault and roll axis fault, they are just, I will show you, when I engage it and I turn it more than 90 degrees, it just disengages. So it's kind of a safety feature. Only if you want to go, I have it to 90 degrees because if you want to go to quarter ramps or wall rides or berms riding and you do a turn, you maybe go up to 60 degree, 70, but I don't think you will ever go more than 90 degrees. If so, just turn this number up and I will show you how this can help, for example, in a malfunction of the sensor. Yeah. Okay, and it has a delay of 100 milliseconds, so you see it just disengages slowly. Yeah. The same for the speed faults, but you actually will never reach the duty cycle of 99. But if because other motor settings are here, so you won't reach that. If so, yeah, it's at 99 and 300 milliseconds just shutting down, but it really should not happen. Then you have the switches. These are the sensors. They are set to 3 volts. That's just default. And I have the half switch fault delay of 500. This is for the heel up situation to dismount. But I have a posi switch here, so it doesn't work. And I have the full switch set to a delay of 100 milliseconds. As 300 ERPM is just again for the half switch delay. Whenever you have a speed of 300, it's about 1 mile per hour. Just if you have a lower speed than 1 mile, you can use this feature. Yeah. Now I will show you what happens if you put another 0 here in and you have 1 second. Yeah, it's just, yeah, 1 second is not much, but you see this is how I did the ghosting fun. Moved the feature called return to the owner. We set it to 10 seconds, so it's 10,000 milliseconds. Oops, doesn't work. Yeah, okay, 10,000. Now we have it. Just be sure you know what you do. And we have also the feature of the 90 degrees. I set it for the trick. Yeah. Oh. Interesting. Oh, that was very interesting. I don't know what I did when I did that trick, because it came backwards and now it shuts off again. That's very cool. So it's safe again. I have to find out what I did last time.